Hello, my name is Miles, and today I'm going to be sharing a snippet of what we would be presenting in our concussion support group. That's where we have an opportunity to share some information, some education, and also have guided discussions on ways that'll benefit our recovery and keep us healthy in the long run. So I'm going to move myself out the way a little bit. So our first topic was presented in July, and that was about the pacing strategy. So we give a disclaimer because it is a group setting. This is not medical advice. It is not confidential. And I record so that I can share information like this afterwards. I introduce myself to the group. Then I welcome guests. So if there's people that our group would like to hear from, anyone in general, and I also highlight that family members are welcome if they'd like to sit in on the group discussion and education portion. So today's plan, that meeting was going to cover the pacing strategy, whether it was new information or review. It was gonna go over questions that people may have, and then finish off with a group discussion. So I presented the recovery graph. So green is a healthy lifestyle, blue is functioning but symptomatic, and red is struggling to function. So after we have an impact, after we have an injury, maybe an accident, our mental energy is low. And ideally, a green recovery brings us back to healthy. Blue is partially, and red is not ideal. So a slight recovery, but the person is not able to return to work. And we checked in on where people felt they were on their recovery. Then I presented a common activity pattern for most people, where they have a high intensity of exercise, it creates significant symptoms, and then they can't do any activity until their symptoms come back down. And usually this is like followed by, high activity, huge nap. These activities could be like going to the mall, getting groceries, going for a walk, or even reading, depending on how severe those symptoms are for you. We highlighted that our pacing strategy has smaller chunks of activity done more often. So a lower intensity, avoiding significant symptoms, keeping us in that mild to moderate range, allowing us to accomplish more throughout the day. During the meeting, we highlighted using a timer. And this timer is vital for the pacing strategy. So you need to time activity until symptom, time until you feel better, repeat that activity at 80% of the time continuously. Those are our smaller chunks. So that 80% of the time until you felt something. So 80% will keep you in that lower symptom range. And you always use your rest time. Always use your rest time. And the goal is that long term, we'll be able to slowly and progressively increase intensity. So now we see we can get significant intensity while avoiding significant symptoms, allowing us again to accomplish more throughout the day. So the questions were directly to me, maybe to other members of the group, and of course to the Complete Balance Health Center team as a whole. And our guided discussion was, have you used this strategy before? Are there any other pacing strategies that you have heard of? What activity specifically were you timing? And what improvement and what increase in time did you notice most? And of course, I always thank those who follow our page on YouTube, follow our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram. And if you have questions, you're always welcome to email me at mlevtov@completebalancehealth.com. Thanks so much, and I look forward to sharing more information from our group meetings in next couple months. Bye now.